Hello again, everybody. I'm Fred Salas alongside Jeff Tolcher. We're here tonight at the Quiet Canyon in beautiful Montebello, California, where tonight All-Star Promotions and Kaboom MMA, along with Budweiser, the king of beers, presents Battle of the Rising Stars. And Jeff, as we look at tonight's fight card, what a great group of men we have on the card tonight.
Well, these amateurs have limited experience. Only 3 bouts for most of these fighters. A lot of them also fighting for the first time tonight. They're going to take what they've learned in the training room and try to apply it here tonight.
Well, you mentioned the first bout tonight. A lot of them making their amateur debut in the MMA. How do they prepare for a bout like this when they have no record of what to speak of?
Well, it's extensive training, and it's training on a lot of different levels. They do cardio, they do a lot of different things in the training room to help prepare for these types of fight. And again, we're going to have a chance to see how well they do here this evening.
Are you surprised at the amount of grapplers we have? You'd think there'd be a good mix of stand-up. A lot of them are free-for-all, but there's a lot of grapplers, a lot of ground-and-pound fighters that are going to be on the floor tonight in the cage mixing it up.
Well, the grapplers are pretty much wrestlers type fighters. They won't stand toe to toe and throw blows. They want to get you on the ground and pound you into submission.
It's All-Star Promotions and Kaboom MMA's amateur mixed martial arts tonight. We're going to be back with the first bout right after this.
And now, introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing black and white trunks trimmed in gray. He is training out of Gracie's Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Torrance by way of Santa Monica, California. He weighed in 154 pounds. Tonight, he is making his debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Lincoln!
I've been training jiu-jitsu for 3 years, doing kickboxing for 1.5 years. When I got the call to have a fight, I've just been living the fighter's mentality life, just eating vegetables and chicken and fish and water and staying away from all that bad stuff and just training my heart out. I mean, whatever the fight takes me is where I'm going to go. You know, it's obviously the fight starts out standing on the feet. So I'm prepared there, I'm prepared for the ground, got my everything ready to go.
Fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing black trunks trimmed in green. He is training out of Madhu Academy in Garden Grove, California. He weighs 155 pounds. Tonight, he is also making his debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Rob Kato!
I want to pretty much keep it standing, and if he goes for a takedown, sprawl and go for a knockout. Train with Nam Fan, a UFC fighter, and work on my boxing really hard. It's an honor to be training with a world-class fighter like him.
Keith Lincoln and Rob Kato out of the blue corner, getting set for some major league action. And mixed martial arts brought to you by All-Star Promotions and Kaboom MMA. The Battle of the Rising Stars. Our doctor, cage side is Ralph Vega. Our judges, cage side, Don Howard, Larry Lamas, and Don Vada. And quickly, Lincoln goes down. What a shot. And Lincoln has yet to recover, now taking body shots and punches from Rob Kato. Clearly, Rob Kato in the locker room, Jeff Tolcher, looked like he was just ready to go and much more aggressive here in the cage.
Well, he had that serious, intent look on his face as we talked to him before tonight's fight. Boy, what a big right hand to start this event.
And Lincoln, Keith Lincoln in red out of Santa Monica. A big crowd here tonight on his behalf. Silent at the moment. The key is how quickly can Lincoln recover. Keep in mind, these are 3 2-minute rounds. They go rather quickly. And Jeff, it looked like Rob Kato had an opportunity to really take advantage, but for whatever reason, he didn't capitalize on that knockdown.
And that could be lack of experience in the amateur ranks. There's a big right hand by Kato again.
Combination coming back by Lincoln to the head. He got a right and a left, right to the chin, and it didn't appear to phase Kato. So both these fighters content to stand on their feet. Both these fighters jiu-jitsu and kickboxing background, so that is their area of comfort. And with Kato looking much more physical in terms of his anatomy, his upper build, perhaps kickboxing and the stand-up style of Lincoln will turn things in his direction.
Well, that kickboxing has actually done a good job in almost defensive posture. Now a couple of good combinations by Lincoln here at the end of the round. A good finish to what started off not a very good fight for Lincoln.
Well, Keith, Lincoln will certainly score points with 3-punch combinations like that. 3 punches, Kato said, "I'm not hurt," and then he took a foot right to the midsection.
And what a tale of two halves of that first round. That big right hand, actually 2 big right hands by Kato. The first one knocking Lincoln down to the canvas. The second one connecting, but give a lot of credit to Lincoln. He certainly rebounded near the end of that round. And that's the great thing about MMA fighting, is a fighter can actually be down in points, trailing in the bout, and all of a sudden with split seconds could actually turn the fight in his favor.
I recall last month All-Star Promotions had a battle of the rising stars at the Bonaventure Hotel in Los Angeles. After the first man out of the red corner went down on a 1 shot to the jaw, within 20 seconds he got up, turned around and choked his opponent out. That is MMA. And here we go, round number 2, and this time, immediately, Keith Lincoln trying to go for the takedown. And maybe a little ground and pound. Now a guillotine choke with a right hand, the forearm now in the throat and chin of Kato. Kato trying to manipulate the arm off the collar. And now a knee to the thigh of Lincoln. Kato thinking takedown here. Lincoln's arms are locked around the throat of Rob Kato. Near takedown, trying to swing him down, there he goes. Kato with the mount. Lincoln, left leg around the torso of Kato, right leg between the legs. So a half mount now for Kato. And Lincoln in the guard, half guard position. Now trying to lock the legs. A strike to the head, a right hand, and now a left hand, a retaliation blow from Kato. Clearly, Keith Lincoln thinking between the ears right now what to do. And that's one of the things, one of the opportunities that they have in the ground and pound and the grappling is actually think about what their next move's gonna be.
And to be able to do that in your debut fight under duress too is certainly a good job on Lincoln's part.
Both these fighters making their amateur debut for CAMO, the California Amateur Mixed Martial Arts Organization. And there's a guard position by Kato and a takedown, and he's got a chokehold on Lincoln. He's got the guillotine on Lincoln, and saved by the horn is Lincoln. Kato clearly in a position to win it there.
Boy, he really wanted 5 more seconds in that round, and this could have been over. That gives old adage to save by the bell, in this case saved by the horn.
And Kato ready to go for a much longer period of time, clearly not waiting on his corner to bring in the stool. He was happy and content to stay on his feet. And this will be the 3rd and final round. Mike Beltran, our referee in charge. Checking with the judge, and now both fighters. First with Lincoln, now Kato. Let's go. Interesting to see how Lincoln comes out. First he was stand up, then he tried to grapple, ground and pound. And comes out in round number 3, straight up, the kickboxing style. Kato appears to have better upper body strength. At least he was showing that in the end of round number 2 when he almost choked out Keith Lincoln.
And Lincoln has to be thinking that he's behind in the fight. He's got to do something in this 3rd round So he's going to try to put Kato down and get him in a chokehold.
A near knee to the groin by Kato. Lincoln trying to grapple, and he gets a knee to the lower ab section. We've seen that a handful of times tonight. They do wear protection, groin protection. But either way, you get struck hard enough in the groin, even with the protection, and you're going down.
They're not only going down, it takes the wind out of you for about 5 minutes.
High right head, kick, spin move. Here comes the jiu-jitsu from Lincoln. Combination punches being thrown by Kato. Now a knee to the torso of Lincoln. And again, Lincoln just cannot get position on Kato. That upper body strength perhaps started to do Kato justice here. 10 seconds left in this one. That takedown should do it for Kato. Lincoln taken down hard, and that'll do it. Kato a good sport, Lincoln a good sport. What a nice fight. You could call it a nice bout for these two fighters making their amateur debut.
Well, nice if you're Kato, especially at the end of the second and third round. The end of the second round, the bell saving him from the chokehold. End of this third round, the body slam to the canvas and the exclamation point on a win.
Our judge's decision comes to you on behalf of Redlands Ford and Kato Zotto. Let's go down to Jimmy Fitzgerald.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have our decision. Judge at ringside, Don Howard, scores the bout 30-26, while both judges, Larry Landless and Don Vaughters, score the bout 30-27 in favor of our winner by unanimous decision, the blue corner, Rob Kato.
Well, I don't think too many people were surprised with that decision. Keith Lincoln, good sport, class act. Nice job.
Well, certainly one of the more dominant performances we've seen. Kato's one of those fighters I think you may have to watch for down the road. He'll certainly improve off this first amateur fight, and we'll look forward to a solid career.
All-Star Promotions and MMA, Kaboom MMA present Battle of the Rising Stars. Back with more action at the Quiet Cannon in Montebello right after this. Thanks again for joining us tonight, everybody. The Camo Amateur Mixed Martial Arts will continue here with All-Star Promotions. What a great night of fighting we had.
Well, not only that, these are fighters that we can look for in the future. That's why these are amateurs. They get their experience here, they move up the ranks, and eventually become professionals.
Well, again, in the amateur game, in today's environment, most of these fighters won't stay long at the amateur level, and they give it their all, 110%, and we saw that from many of the fighters tonight.
And a lot of them, too, will go back after this first fight and make adjustments. They'll train more, they'll work with their trainers, they'll improve their technique, and they'll come back in their second, third fights and do better.
Well, special thank you to our production staff. Special thanks to Pete Hironaka, Ed Holmes at All-Star Promotions for having us here at the Quiet Cannon. For everybody at the Quiet Cannon, for Jeff Tolcher, I'm Fred Salas. So long, everybody.
Good night.